As a journalist, I need to experience the story, to become one with my subject, but always keep my distance and be on the lookout. Today's assignment, the Venetian Pool in Coral Gables, Florida. Here's what I've heard. It's the largest freshwater pool in the United States, carved from a limestone quarry in 1924. Here's what I know. Every day, 820,000 gallons of fresh water is pumped into this Mediterranean oasis that's been the backdrop for a Pitbull video and met the high standards of Paris Hilton and Tarzan.
Johnny Weissmuller, who became Tarzan, he was a performer here before Tarzan and after. He was an Olympic swimmer.
Okay, it's got star power and some pretty cool waterfalls, and is probably cleaner than the water coming out of your tap.
So essentially, if I wanted to take a big gulp when I'm swimming, I could.
You could. I probably wouldn't suggest it when you have 1,000 people in here every day.
To this day, they keep the water sparkling fresh by emptying and filling it every day during the summer months, a 6-hour process to flush the Venetian clean. But environmentalists, relax. The water isn't wasted.
So you have to think about this was originally a rock quarry. So you're looking at coral rock, limestone, all about the foundation of the pool. And that coral rock actually acts as a filter and filters the water back into the Biscayne Aquifer.
Every day since 1924, when a family of grapefruit farmers, headed by George Merrick, was bent on creating a middle-class oasis for South Florida.
The Venetian Pool began as a rock pit, and it was here where the Merrick family dug up the rock to build the first houses in what is now Coral Gables.
Merrick plunged some of his $2 million fortune into a dream of creating a retreat sitting on 4 acres of land in the middle of a bedroom community.
People came in droves that, like anybody, it began to evolve. So eventually, by 24, it started having millionaires' homes.
Eventually, those rich snowbirds stopped flying south. The Great Depression hit. Merrick's empire dwindled to $300, but the pool and Coral Gables survived as a year-round community and a draw to the rich and famous. Think Great Gatsby poolside, with band leaders like Jan Garber and Paul Whiteman playing for the crowd. And later, silver screen starlet Esther Williams would do a few laps.
I mean, this was like a glamour hotspot, right?
Oh, it was a hotspot. It was a glamour hotspot.
But even without that Hollywood heyday, I discovered there is something in the water that keeps drawing people to this pool.
Now, your wife said that you took her here on one of your first dates.
That's correct. Trying to get her into one of the caves there.
That's what I've been hearing all day long. And was he was he successful?
Yes, I did.
So for dates, then that's what you came
Right.
here. That's what everyone did.
Yes, and it was such an unusual place because there were no city pools like other towns have. There was the ocean, and this was so beautiful, and it looks very much like it did then.
Which explains why there's a 91-year-old love affair with this South Florida pool. Dan Kleffler, ABC News, Coral Gables, Florida.